In the 21st century, society has rapidly developed. Aging residential buildings, which were first established decades ago, no longer satisfy residents' demands. In recent years, more building renovation projects have sprung up to pursue socio-economical and sustainable development. Therefore, our toolkit is conducted as a supplement to the Apartment Design Guide in New South Wales, mainly targeting the adaptive reuse of the residential buildings to improve the living environment sustainably. 3 residential renovation projects in different locations are studied to start our own toolkit. Jiaxuan Apartment is a step block located in Shenzhen and was renovated in 2018. The renovation features connections and adaptive reuse. Separate residential buildings are connected together. New functions are given to the abandoned spaces. The second precedent is in Eileen Tower in Paris. The renovation mainly focuses on the addition. Space is expanded through the addition of prefabricated elements to get better solar access. 10 Fab Building is a townhouse-style workup in Hong Kong, renovated in 2015. This building exploits new markets, and the original culture of the building is conserved and revived. The ADG and the local guides were compared and analyzed through these precedents. Considering the Sustainable Development Goals, 7 aspects are extracted to form the toolkit to improve the living environment sustainably. Our toolkit will be implemented in an imaginary site in Glebe. With the development of society, the demographic proportion in Glebe is quite balanced. Family groups in different scales are living there. Based on the analysis, different needs of various groups of people will be taken into consideration through the renovation. First apartment at the site is located on Wentworth Road, in a residential area surrounded by a park and a school. Based on the principle of site and context, a site analysis is conducted in several aspects, including solar access, wind directions, and the traffic conditions. Several problems have been identified through the existing building. First of all, the undeveloped rooftop enjoys sufficient sunlight but is not out of use. Secondly, the facade style is out of date and more sustainable materials should be applied. The good solar access is not taken fully advantage of. Passive design should be more considered. Additionally, there is little greenery through the community, and the pedestrian and vehicle circulation is mixed together on the ground floor. Last but not least, the site lacks communal space for residents to interact and communicate. Several internal issues are identified to address as well. Firstly, the building lacks infrastructure. As a 7-story step block, the existing apartment does not have an elevator. Secondly, the only one-room typology no longer meets people's needs. Then, kitchen and dining areas, beneficially orientating north, however, lack natural daylighting and shading devices. In addition, the width of balconies does not comply with the standards. Finally, the existing bathroom is too narrow as well. Improvements need to be conducted to meet the growing needs of people as well as the continuously changing market. An economical and sustainable renovation will be proposed based on the toolkit. Several actions are conducted to the existing building based on the proposal principles.
Our first action is to demolish some non-load-bearing internal walls to get more space for redesign. New internal walls are arranged through the renovation, which has the potential for further renovation. The floor slab is extended for external balconies to allow more space with natural sunlight. Winter gardens are considered as a transition to lead in nature daylighting. An elevator is installed externally at the corridor as a barrier-free instruction. Three different room typologies has been considered and arranged. They are aiming at different groups of people based on the analysis of the demographic structure in Glebe. The two-bed apartments are mainly targeted at a one-parent family, shared space, couples, and the disabled. The studios are for single persons who want to or have to live alone, such as elderly and the disabled, students, and women. The large three-bed apartments aim at big families and shared space. As mentioned, different interior amenities will be provided as well as different furniture configurations. The movable furniture and adjustable room configuration offers flexibility to satisfy the growing market in the future. Some rooms of the existing apartment do not comply with the critical of the toolkit. Through renovation, all apartment areas are adjusted to meet the standards. Proper space areas are guaranteed to ensure both physical and mental health of the residents.
Openings are well considered through the renovation to realize passive design. Nature cross ventilations are realized in each room typology. Nature daylighting is properly introduced into the interior of the whole apartment through openings. The winter sunlight is maximized to the internal. With a beneficial north orientation, original windows are enlarged with shading. The floor-to-ceiling windows are applied to winter gardens to let sufficient sunlight penetrate into the interior. External balconies are added through the extension of the floor plates. Winter gardens are positioned inside the balconies to provide an interior space with more natural sunlight. While introducing sufficient sunlight, shading devices should be equipped according to the toolkit. Overhangs are calculated and installed to prevent fierce summer sun and leading winter sun. The existing apartment building lacks communal space. Therefore, 5 places inside the existing building are converted into communal spaces. First of all, there is one public garden at the intersection on the ground floor integrated with landscape design. Secondly, the east side of the ground floor is altered to be a lobby. Then, the other side of the ground floor is extended to be a cafe. Transparent interfaces facing north are provided to introduce natural sunlight. An urban farm is provided on the extended rooftop of the ground floor. The west side of the level 1 is a gym. Last but not least, the whole rooftop area is utilized to be open communal spaces with various functions. All external communal spaces are integrated with greenery throughout the building. To better plan the communal spaces on the ground floor, and meanwhile ensure safety for all the individuals, pedestrian and vehicular circulations are separated. The whole building structure and material applications are thought about. The insulation and internal finishes of the external wall has been improved. Vertical green elements are added in the facade to make the whole building more natural and sustainable.